Do you think that there was really a demon king called Ravan? When they say he had 10 heads, is that metaphorical? Is it literal?
It is, I think most of these stories are metaphorical in nature.
Okay.
I don't see them as history. People may say it is a history because in Ramayana itself, they talk about countless Ramayanas.
Okay.
Like one of the most famous tales. I don't know whether you have time for the tale, but I'll just say.
We have all the time.
All the time. Very good. One of the things which, there are 2-3 stories in Ramayana which talks about the cyclic nature of Ramayana. One of it is Sita gives a lot of argument saying that I want to come with you. Ram says, no, only I have been asked to go to the forest. So you need not come. Sita gives lots of arguments. Finally, the clincher argument is this. Sita says in every Ramayana which has happened before, Sita has gone with Ram. Why not in this Ramayana? That itself shows how much cyclical in nature it is. Another story which comes is this where Hanuman is sent. Hanuman is guarding Ram. Okay. So the god of death, Yama is not able to enter. The avatar is getting over. Ram has to go back to Vaikuntha as Vishnu. But as long as Hanuman is there as a protector, the god of death cannot enter. So the sages come, talk to Ram, saying this is a problem. We can't talk to Hanuman. He won't hear of it, that you going away. You have to find a way. So what Ram does is, Lord Ram takes his ring and puts it on the floor. There's a crack. Through it goes to Patal Lok. Don't ask me about the construction quality of Ayodhya. Anyhow, there was a crack on the floor. It goes to the Patal Lok. He asks Hanuman, please get my ring. My ring has gone. Hanuman can become big, small as per the epic. So he becomes small. He enters through the crack, reaches the Patal Lok. Mahabali is the king of Patal Lok. So Mahabali is also a devotee of Vamana avatar. So Mahabali is there. Mahabali is sitting. He welcomes Hanuman. He asks, why have you come? And Hanuman says, my lord's ring has fallen here and I want to take it. Mahabali says, okay, I think you can take that ring. When Hanuman looks there to that side, he sees a huge mountain of rings. And Hanuman asks, what is this? Which ring I should take? He says, any ring you can take. It doesn't matter. One thing. Second thing, from where did all these rings come from? He says that in every Yuga, in every Ramayana, Ram throws his rings like this and the Hanuman comes here to take it. And he never takes the rings. He goes back. When I tell why Ram has done that, it's because Ram has gone to Vaikuntha. He wanted to take you away from there so that the god of death can enter.
Yeah. Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness. He goes, by the time hearing it, he rushes back, and by the time he has gone back again, the next Yuga, it is going to happen. Next cycle of 4 Yugas, it is going to happen.
Yeah.
So when you have a tale like this, then it means that it is foolish to fix a historical time frame for it. So I'm just telling this to tell how different and varied the traditions are. There is no one single Ramayana or one single Mahabharata. There are so many multiple versions where even the character, it is not to offend or anyone. I am telling these are the kind of stories. It is available. People can research and see. There are stories where these characters are Muslims.
Huh? What? Let's do that. Let's talk about this.
There is something called Vapila Ramayana in the southern parts of India, especially in Kerala. It's written in half Arabic, half Malayalam.
Really?
One of the versions. This is not the version. There are so many versions. In which all the characters are Muslims. They do namaz, they do prayers and all those things. Ram, Ravan, they all pray to Allah.
But the story is the
same. Story, morals, values, everything is the same. Nothing changes in that. But the character changes. Recently, 3 years back, in Mumbai MMRDA grounds, Maharashtra Tourism Government had conducted a International Ramayana Drama Festival.
Okay.
So I was one of the cultural ambassadors. I was a cultural ambassador for representing India for that. They had invited me to give a lecture on this. I had given a lecture on the different traditions of Ramayana. where I had told that there are countless versions, at least 40 of which I have encountered, where Sita is the daughter of Ravana.
What?
Sita is the daughter of Ravana. I'm not saying it is not in Valmiki Ramayana, it is not in any major Ramayanas, but there are Ramayanas right from the Jaina Ramayana onwards, many of the South Indian versions and the versions in the Eastern Asia, where Sita is the daughter of Ravana.
Okay. So what happens in the story? Like she goes back to her dad's home.
See, there are, in that also there are 2-3 versions. In some versions, she doesn't know that it is, both of them don't know that it is father and daughter. In some versions, Ravana knows that it is her daughter and he purposefully takes. There are versions, coming to what I was telling. When I told this, a lot of people got curious. Some got a bit angry also because a lot of dignitaries were there. They said, we are not come across it. I said, it is there. I cannot help if it is there. It is not to offend or anyone. This is like evolved over 3,000, 4,000 years. These are stories.
Yeah.
It's up to you to accept what or reject what, or accept everything or reject everything, or say that I believe only this. All kind of freedom is there in our culture.
Yeah.
When I told that, there was some commotion and other things. After that, the performances started. There were troops from Philippines. There were troops from Malaysia. These are all like 700-year-old ballet troops, 600-year-old ballet troupe. From Thailand, the prince himself had come to play. In most of these versions, Sita is the daughter of Ravana.
Wow.
In front of so many people, it was played. It might be available in the YouTube and other places. In one of the versions in which what they showed, even I encountered that. This was from Philippines. In Philippines version, Ravana says you can go back. I brought you so that as you are my daughter. But Sita refuses to go back in that version, trying to make peace between her father and her husband. So I know this. I don't know how these kind of stories evolved. In some of the Buddhist versions, Ram, Lakshman, all of them were born in Ayodhya, not in Ayodhya, but in Varanasi. They are the kings of Varanasi. The birthplace is not even Ayodhya. And in some versions, there are versions in which Sita kills Ravan. There are versions in which Ram kills Ravan, and then another Ravan comes called Sahasramukha Ravan, and Sita kills him.
Just 1 second. I really want to do one thing, okay? Like, why you're bending my mind? What is all this? You're giving like a whole Avengers multiverse thing here, sir.
This is so fascinating in the sense that if you take it as how the human civilization and the mind has worked and how the stories evolved.
Why are we shown that conventional version of Ramayana then?
That's the most popular one.
Okay, as in the highest number of people follow that one.
See, conventional version also, it is very funny. Conventional version means what? Conventional version is Tulasidas Ramayana, not even Valmiki Ramayana. And when did this become the conventional version? Like where I grew up, we are not familiar with Tulasidas Ramayana. We all used to read Ramayana during the monsoon season in Kerala. I'm from Kerala. The Malayalam Ramayana of the Adhyatma Ramayana, Tunjatharthan's Ramayana, 500 years old. That is a version we are familiar with. In the nearby state in Tamil Nadu, they are familiar with Kamba Ramayana, which is a very beautiful Ramayana, which is the first one which really made Ram as the god. Whereas in Valmiki, Ram is the human avatar of Vishnu. So he cries and he has all the,
human shortcomings.
I won't say shortcoming, human emotions and human, whatever, like he gets angry, he gets sad. Kamba Ramayana is the one in which actually Ram becomes total god. So Bhakti era starts from that era.
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu is more familiar to that. Like that, Orissa, Sarala Das is there. Kannada has its own Ramayana. So when Ramananda Sagarji did the Ramayana, even though he took stories from all these Ramayana, 99% of it or 90% of it at least, he based it on Tulasidas Ji's Ramayana.